Welcome back to all our Auburn recruiting and transfer portal junkies. We are still discussing this 2025 transfer portal cycle for Auburn football. And believe it or not, we are back talking about special teams for the second time in this cycle. And we're going to be talking about the 12th edition. We're going to give you those quick facts that you need to know what it means for him, for Auburn football. But before we do any of that, I want to welcome you back here to E2C Network, where we share the Auburn experience. My name's Kyle. If you don't know me, please do follow, subscribe on whichever platform you're on. And if you like this content, we appreciate you smashing the like button. Let's dive into it. Back on special teams again to discuss this. We're not talking about punters this time. We've done a video about that individual. You should go check that out if you want information on him, as well as all our videos that we've done in this series. But certainly this time, let's talk about field goals, place kickers, because it's definitely been an area that's had some up and down inconsistencies for a variety of reasons. But we're adding from Southern Miss, Connor Gibbs, who will be coming to play for the Tigers in this upcoming season. Now, he is currently listed at about 180 pounds, 5'10", for those of you that care about measurables. And why is he leaving? Well, they are going through a coaching change right now, and certainly that does bring some time where people seek other opportunities, even in what is reported as a walk-on status for this individual. So it's a little bit of a non-traditional transfer portal video that we're doing, because the report is that he will be a walk-on competing with current scholarship place kickers and other walk-ons as well that had their chances to do so this year at Auburn. Now, obviously, there's a lot of questions around what this means for the whole room. We'll dive into that in a little bit there. Just wanted to give you a little bit of information to start on with him. Speaking of, let's give you some stats to look at for this particular guy so you know what we're getting at place kicker. We'll go look at ESPN as we always do here. You'll see that he's been doing this for the last 2 years for Southern Miss. He'll have 2 years of eligibility left when he comes in. Now, not a lot to look at in 2023. We'll look at 2024 to be more specific. He has 76.9% field goal of those he's made for this past season. 10 out of 13. He's 100%, 10 to 20, 2 to 3, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, he is 3 out of 4, and then 50 plus, he is 3 out of 4. His longest, which I've seen a video out there on social media a lot, is 59 yards. That's pretty impressive. Obviously, you got to have a really strong leg. So I'm curious if this is an opportunity for Auburn to bring someone in who's maybe a little bit more, I don't want to say consistent, but just seems that his specialty is the more long distance. 3 out of 4 from 50 plus is not something to dismiss right out of hand. That's pretty good. And obviously that kick that he had online that a lot of y'all have seen is pretty good too. So maybe this is a specialty type of bringing in with an opportunity to get a scholarship. Don't know. We'll wait and see, but certainly we're happy to have him as part of this transfer portal class and helps in areas that have needed some help this past season. Speaking of which, let's talk about what it means. Well, let's talk about the class first in 2025 for transfer portal. This is the 12th edition at that time, and this would be the second on the special team side of things, that first being our punter we took from Oklahoma State back as like the second edition, I think, in this class. Whew, that was so many videos ago at this point. So that's where we stand down on that. The first and likely only place kicker I think we'll take, even if we just consider him a walk-on at this point. What does this mean for playing time for him? What does this mean for the room? Like I said, I don't necessarily anticipate us anymore. The fact that we have 4 options at this point with Alex McPherson, Towns Magoo, Ian Vachon, and now Gibbs. I mean, this could go any way. I have no clue what's going to happen here. We have a lot of questions about Alex McPherson. Obviously, he's had a lot of health issues that are beyond his control, and certainly we're hoping and praying that he'll get those under control just for himself in general. But we would love to see him back out there in the field in his normal self, because let me remind you, in his first year at Auburn, he was 100%. Let me say it again, 100% from the field goals. It was pretty awesome. We'll see what happens. Obviously, Towns had some struggles this year, but listen, he was thrown into the fire. We'll give the kid a break. Ian was picking up the pieces a little bit at the end there, so we're going to give him a break too. Really could go either way, but the fact of the matter is we got a guy who seems to have a pretty good leg coming into the mix. So we're just going to have to watch this special teams, this kicking class, this kicking, I guess, battle that we'll have in camp and see how it all shakes out. We'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments section below, what you think about this edition and anything else in the transfer portal. As always, we appreciate you hanging out with us here at E2C Network, where we share the Auburn experience. War Eagle.